Hey, hello. Welcome back to the MOAR series on iRacing. This is number 2 of the first week of this at the Combined Nurburgring Nordschleife. If you haven't watched the first episode, you want to go back and watch that because I'm going to be spoiling it something fierce in this one right away because mistakes were made. Here we're car 14 out of 18. Somebody did qualify. You have to qualify separately. It's very difficult to qualify, so we're one down from where we would be. This time we will be changing tires on the pit stop. We were told not to last time, and that led to trouble, to say the least. So we don't want to do that.
Right side on the restart.
Right side on the restart.
Pit road is closed.
Let's right front, left front. Changing the front tires only. Another thing that one I'm gonna go with. We were told to change just the front. Well, we were told not to change unless we were below 70%. We didn't get below 70% at the time to change. But then later on we dipped down well below 50% because we didn't change them at the pit stop like we should have. The person who told me not to do that actually did change them on the pit stop, which was weird.
They could be lining up.
Maybe there was some confusion. Actually, it's my own fault. I should have tested it. We didn't test it. Like I said, I haven't done these cars.
Behind the 15. They could be lining up
I haven't done
17.
Okay, I haven't done these cars very much, so I don't exactly know when to pit, when not to pit, things like, or change tires and stuff like that. So I should have tested more.
Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 27.
But I had a good time, and hopefully we'll have a good time here as well, and have some fun. Lan is now decided she wants to attack me during the drive. That's my cat, for anyone not paying attention to the intro videos to my channel. Like any cat, she can be quite naughty. But attacking my arm as the race starts is exceptionally naughty.
Hey, man. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's do it, Earl.
Alright, we're safe. We're rocking and rolling. People are starting from the pits. Quite a few of them, it appears. Not really sure why, but hey, what are you going to do?
Left side.
Come on, you guys. I'm coasting here.
Clear. On your left. Clear.
All right, not entirely coasting, but pretty much so. Things are happening already. Now, what? GT4 already out of the pits from pit start? Oh, people are argy-bargy. Now, we didn't recognize any of the guys, except one, and he was in my last race, and now I've already forgot his name, Josh something. I think we were pretty evenly matched. He did get into an accident sometime around the pit stops, so I would have beaten him handily, except for my own incident, which was race end. It was a hefty shot. And entirely because my tires were, I couldn't control my car much. And it was getting worse and worse. And, well, I should have pitted probably and just taken the hit. Pitted a second time and, just lost the positions instead of losing the entire race. I wound up 10th. I was 5th at the time of the accident and wound up 10th at the end of the race. Because everybody else kept driving. So that was unfortunate, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Let's let this GT4 through, even though he's really far behind. Because I want to see him mess with the other guys
Clear.
through the Nordschleife corners. That's going to be fun. You know, he could have been pestering me now, but instead he's pestering them. Now keep in mind, he pit started, so he should be nice and safe, and he's only here for the SR. Or like some people, he could be a pit starter and then just go crazy once he gets out of the pits. Which is what I'm hoping for. Just for spice it up. Josh Garner, here he is, he's last place. He pit started. Josh Garner. He was in my last race. I don't know him. That was the first time I recognized his name. Just because he was chasing me for a while. But hopefully we'll stay ahead of him this race. And not have any moments. Oh, somebody's had a moment back there already. Francisco, car 5. Well, P5, car 21. The TCR cars all have higher numbers than the GT4s. That's only because the GT4s have higher I ratings. It doesn't have anything to do with the racing. We're not racing them. We're just trying to keep out of their way. What's that flashing on this? Something red flashing on this guy's bumper. Why is it flashing? It seems to be going in and out. That's weird. His stripe is going in and out. Do all the cars have a red stripe like that? Can't tell you. Alright, so we got another GT4 coming. Let's be on the lookout for the guy behind, Justin. Wow, so much easier when you can steer and brake. Your tires aren't worn down. What did I say? We're 14 of 18. So, you know, that means that 13 other drivers have better I ratings. iRacing says they're better drivers.
On your right. Clear, clear.
So they should finish ahead of us, according to iRacing. But I doubt we'll finish worse than 14th. Come on. We can do better than that. We were up to 5th in the earlier race. But boy, was I sore. Hopefully you watched it. I did have the ankle problem, and after the race, I was laying on the sofa, and I was in some pain. Both my legs, from the knees down, were just barking. I rested for a while, shower, took some ibuprofen. I seriously considered not doing this race, but well, I hope you can hear me. The car sounds really loud in my ears. Oh, I think that was just my headset. I think I had turned the volume of the car up too loud. Okay. I talked too much earlier. I feel my throat fighting me. Alright, so we got 20 seconds on those guys who pitted, but Josh Garner, oh, and he's fighting with Francisco. Francisco was faster when he had an off. Okay, so that's good. Those guys keep battling around each other, maybe that was good. Or if they use the draft to leapfrog each other, that's bad. So keep an eye back there, but really eyes forward. I think we're right where we started, ahead of 3 cars. I think we're 15th now. It says 15th there. I think we're 15th. Whoa! I mean, I passed one, I let one go by. I might have passed a couple, let a couple go by. What's that guy? Why is the guy parked right there? That's weird. That is very weird to be parked like that. He's gone now. Okay, so he must have crashed. He just sat there. That's unfortunate. Alright, so I let the GT4s go by really easily and slowed down too much, and falling off the tail end of these TCRs. Which, to tell you the truth, I'm not too worried about. Because if they have a moment, you kind of want to give them some space. I mean, if you're right next to the guy when he spins on the wall and comes back on the track, you're going to be caught up in it. This race is long enough to where things will wind up how they're supposed to. If you're faster than somebody, you've got plenty of time to show it. Still, you let somebody get away, you don't get the draft, it hurts you the entire race. I was watching my video earlier. It did look a little odd because you can't see much of the car at all. But it's the correct FOV, and this is the way I like it. I've got the wheel in my hand. I don't want to see the wheel on the screen.
Low one coming back.
Everybody's got their own opinion on that. What to show on what they want to see.
In front of you, in front of you, in front of you. Stay on your toes.
But yeah, I mean, if you look, picture you're sitting right where I'm sitting. I've got the wheel in my hands. The dashboard is exactly where it's supposed to be if I was actually driving the car. Where the wheel is and everything where I'm sitting. So, oh, that got towed too, didn't it? All right. I've had several TCRs already towed. Now, why is it showing me as 11? I thought it was showing me as 16. I'm confused. It shouldn't change in the middle of the lap. Maybe I was looking at somebody else. So what we want is P9. P9 at a minimum. That's top half. That's always our minimum goal there, top half. Let's see where we are. All right, 2 guys in the pits.
10 minutes 7.9. Keep an eye open.
Oh boy, what?
Keep your eye open.
You gotta be kidding.
Be careful going through there.
Jeez. And that's why you give them space, because they do stuff like that and you don't want to be right. You want time for them to see you and you to see them. Wow. I really don't know what place we're in. It still says 11, but I know I passed a guy who was 10th in the pits. So I think I'm 9th right now. The guy in the pits and Cole. Cole will probably come back. I mean, he was ahead of me to begin with, so why wouldn't he? Francisco seems to be closing. He was one of those that were 20 seconds back with Josh. Now only 16. 10:07. Man, that first lap is always so slow. It's weird that my fuel calculator is not telling me how much fuel I'm going to need on the refill. Surely the laps I did earlier, have they forgotten about the race earlier? Same car, same setup, same track, same everything. It's acting like it's never seen this track, which is worrying. But I remember how much I took last time. Just take the same amount. All right, let's rest the throat a little bit. Yeah, I'm not good through that section. Almost got away from me on that right. Trying to steer and brake. Oh!
Right side.
Almost a little too far.
Still there. Clear.
That's alright. Hopefully Cole will pull me along. Boy, 11.6 for Francisco. He's flying. I think he was fifth earlier when the race started. So, and then he had that spin. So he's should be doing well. Josh 30 seconds back, so but those other two, Francisco and Michael, they are definitely closing. You know what? This is a tough little series turning out to be so far. Well, everybody loves the Nordschleife. Next time it's at Summit Point, so that'll really be crazy, but we'll see who comes out to that. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Good catch, Cole. I'm getting some stutters. Either that or my eyes are tricking me. They are kind of dry. You know, the kind of dry you definitely want right before a 2-hour race. Well past my bedtime for this one. I think I'm out of draft range. Yeah, I'm not closing in on either one of them. Cole's got the draft, so he's getting ahead. Sadly, that's about my time. I don't have a lot more than that. Unfortunately. I'd really love to be able to do something like 9:20, 9:25, but just not willing to risk it. Safety spear. Not so safe that I'm a snail, but too safe to really give it everything. Eleventh. Thought I was 10th. Sadly, I feel 13th with the two behind me. I didn't see that coming. The old calculator's always weird. Well, it was weird last race, it's being weird this race. For early on, it'll say much less fuel. I don't need much fuel, and then we're only going to do a certain number of laps, and then later on it'll say, oh, nope, you need an extra gallon and a half. I don't know why in lap 2 it's so small. Oh, because it's judged based on lap 1 speeds, and lap 1 is always the slowest one because you're starting from way behind start finish, and you're dealing with all that traffic. Alright, so maybe that's it. It's calculating based on lap 1 stuff. And it's just, it does that everywhere, but because lap 1 is so long here as a pronounced effect, and I've really lost these guys now. Well, just do the best I can. Don't have to win to have a good time, have a fun race. But I would like a chance to do some overtakes.
You now, keep your eyes open.
Oh. Mowing the grass a bit there. Man, it's a scary corner. Always try to brake in a straight line there. Brake before the turn, let up so I can turn, brake again before the left. Might not be the fastest way to do it, but it's much safer that way. Alright. Now it's just saying a 13 lap race now, but if I remember correctly, it changes to 14. Or did it? I believe it does. Some of the higher splits might do an extra lap. You know, it all depends on the GT4s, what their needs are. TCRs are just along for the ride.
slow one coming backward.
I don't want to hear that. Ooh, there he is. Oh, you're not lying about him. He's dead. Yeah. One of his wheels looked looked like it was not happy. Appreciate him getting off the racing line like that. Could have been ugly. Francisco should get me on the front straight, I think. Hopefully he'll not try it in the final corners here.
We're going to take you here in a little bit, bud.
Well, they even lift a little bit, help him along.
9 minutes 35.1 on your left. All right, my man, go get that next one. Clear, clear, clear.
Did we get a freebie that lap? Hey, listen, Francisco was cool and didn't try to do anything in that final corner, so I'm gonna be cool and let him go. Long race. All right, yeah, so my fuel needed is going up. Yeah, it's just like the last race. The more laps I do at regular speed, the less the first lap affects how things are gonna be. All right. Everything's looking good. What is that, an Elantra? He must be in an Elantra. Although, truth be told, I really can't tell what all the cars look like. But it's got the N, so I know it's Hyundai. Because I'm N, I think. Cole, is that Cole from? Oh, was Cole my freebie? Oh. Yeah, I don't see him on the relative, although truth be told I really wasn't looking on the relative too much. The last lap. Like I said in the previous race, you know, I just try to focus mostly on what's, you know, right nearby me. What's in my immediate need to know. I mean, sure, it's nice to think about where you could be, where you want to be, what position you're going to be in, but really it's, you know, who's near me right now, and are they catching, or am I pulling away? And the guy behind is definitely catching, but still 6 seconds. This is the American time zone race, I guess. 8 p.m. Eastern. But I was looking through the TCRs. Only about half of them are American. Got some Australians and other Asian drivers. I think we had a Japanese driver and some other one. I don't know what time, but they're about 12 hours in. So I guess it's Sunday morning there, so yeah. It's really cool. Be so international. I think Josh back there in 13th. I think we're pretty evenly matched. Sometimes the seconds go up, sometimes they go down, but mostly they're staying the same. I noticed in the last race when I was towing, he also had to go to the pits for repairs, but he was able to get back out. When I towed, my repairs were too long for the rest of the race. So, again, Michael's down to 4 seconds, so it's making up some time. Boy, I wonder if I'm going to be able to talk in the morning. This is getting scratchy. Francisco definitely trying to get away from Michael behind. Those two are racing each other. I just happen to be in the middle of them. I think Michael might be the fastest of us three. I don't know. There's still one more of these MOAR races. It's the name of them, MOAR. So that's tomorrow. Hopefully we will be doing it. Unfortunately, it's at the same time as a league race I have in the trucks, but Ben and I really want to do this. And so we're going to skip the truck race. Maybe I should have gone for some soothing tea with honey. Hindsight is 2020. I can't make it now. All right, yeah. See, so I made some seconds there on Josh since we last looked at him, but I'm sure next time I look at him, he'll have made some seconds up on me. That's just the way it's been going. Josh is actually in the same club as I am. The clubs in iRacing are based on geographical location. Can a location not be geographical? All right, so somebody's in the pits. Nick, oh, somebody's disconnected. Was previously in the pits, so that's somebody for me. And I'm not rooting for anybody to crash out, but it does appear that's how I'm going to be making my spots up. So we are technically 10th now. I mean, the standings don't update until the next time by. Ah, that was bad. But we'll be back at 11th soon enough when Michael catches me. And there is at least one other TCR running behind Josh. I saw somebody minutes back and a whole lap down plus extra minutes. I don't remember his name. It's a long name. So he is running, but shouldn't be an issue for us. Cool, Michael, be cool. This is my slow part. Well, which part isn't my slow part, let's be honest.
Left side. And clear.
Now listen, you're probably thinking, Spear, what are you doing letting him go by so easily? When somebody makes up 30 seconds on you in 2 or 3 laps, what do you want me to do? If you make it, I'm telling you, I could make it harder on some of these guys, but they're definitely getting by anyway because of the speed differential. And it's just going to be danger for them and me. You know, if we start going too wide, some twisty bit around some corner, I might stay ahead for a little bit longer, but they're going to get by no matter what. Now, Josh, on the other hand, you know, we're equal times. If he were to catch me, how did I lose 30 seconds? But, you know, say I have a problem in the pit stop, something goes on, who knows what. But if he was closer to me, and I know our speeds are similar, and we're in a real battle, we're gonna battle. I mean, if you've seen my other races in this car, and Sebring and stuff, you know, when I have to make a move, I can make a move. When you gotta door somebody, you door somebody. Things happen. Although when you gotta pull out, you gotta pull out. I've had people shut doors on me. I've made moves that, you know, you can do a little bit more in these cars than you can in a open wheeler. And I'm mostly used to open wheelers, so I'm very tentative around other cars, but getting used to stuff. I see now Josh has made up those seconds I talked about. Possibly me slowing down to let Michael through. Yeah, so keep your eye on those. Chris, Francisco, and Michael ahead. They both seem to be catching up with Chris, who really wasn't that much faster than me. He's only pulled ahead, what, 16, 18 seconds in 4 laps. So I think Francisco and Michael are faster than him, so let's see what happens. That could lead to some argy-bargy up there. But anyway, so that's my thinking, that, you gotta know when to hold them, you gotta know when to fold them.
Leader pit road.
It's a GT4.
Pit road. Leaders on pit road.
Okay.
Leaders on pit road.
Got it.
Leaders on pit road.
Somebody should have told me earlier. That little straight pick back there going up the hill in between the right and the right. I can always see stuff out of the corner of my eyes. Somebody just towed. I think it's P9. Oh, it was Chris. Was that his name? Chris? The guy who said was just barely fast. Well, was a few seconds faster than me, but slower than these two guys. Yeah. To keep your eye out on him, I think he just towed. I didn't mean that he was going to crash. I just thought those guys would catch him. He'd have to battle. Sorry. Mean to jinx you. Is that the commentator curse? Watch this battle ensue and then one of them wrecks. Yeah, so that's the guy. Miguel Angel, I can't look. Cordero, back there in 15th. Yeah, so he's obviously already had trouble and got repaired, but he's way out. The other car, the yellow boxed one, is GT4. So, all right, so Josh is. We're going to need to have him have another little trip on the grass, just a little trip. Don't want him to be closing up on us. Of course, there are, where are we going? 13 laps, 14 laps this race? Don't know. Yeah, there's Chris in the pits. So he had a tow too. The tow is horrible. The tow I took in the last race was 7.5 minutes. Oh my goodness. Because you just sit there and you're towing and towing and towing, wait for the tow. And then you gotta wait for the repairs. Oh, Michael's in the pits. What happened there? He drove in though. He could be
9 minutes 37 flat.
9:37 slower than I want to go. He could be, Michael could be pitting for our one stop. I believe we're in the window. I would believe it would be a bit iffy at this time. It holds 21 gallons, 21 point something. I don't know what the point something is. That's why it would be iffy. 21.0, I would not want to do. But if it's like 21.5, 21.9, it's another story. I'm not sure how many gallons the fuel tank holds. Oh! That is entirely on me. I'm looking at the relative. Just because I'm looking at that Michael in the pits, watching his time behind me just... Oh, he's out of the pits, but boy, he's a minute behind now. I think that's... What would make him lose over a minute in the pits? That's not a pit stop, is it? Is that a pit stop with 4 tires? I don't know. I still don't know how long it really takes to do a pit stop and change tires. But don't stare at the relative Spear. Even though you got all those GT4s on it now. Well, out of the, I told you to watch Chris, Francisco, and Michael. Chris towed. Michael had to pit, spent a minute in there, and Francisco's the only one left. And we just lost another GT4 that was ahead of him. What is going on? Things are happening this lap. I gotta pick it up a bit. 9:37 is letting Josh catch up. If I can get somewhere below 9:30s, much nicer. $9:20 seem to be out of my reach. Especially if I keep playing it safe like that. That's not good for time. It's not. I mean, it'll be a long time before Josh will catch up, but that inexorable crawl to me, I don't want to see it. Let's just keep a safe buffer. I don't know what to think about Michael back there. What kind of speed he has now. Is he slower than he was before? Is he just as fast? Does he need a pit again?
Leaders on pit road.
These are all questions cannot be answered at this time. So let's just push. We've got one more lap after this. All right. Get some time back on Josh there. And Michael does not seem to be making inroads. So I think he must be damaged. Because I mean, he's made about a little bit of time over the course of this lap, but not very much. And he was making a lot before.
Going to be pitched here in a couple of laps.
Yes, we are. Not this time. Next time. Well, I'm starting to feel weird. I get these weird feelings. Something's going on with my nerves. Alright. Well, one more lap. So, all right. Did somebody else tow? Oh, this guy pitted just to pit because we have to pit. He did not tow, but I think Philippe is in there and appears to be a lap down. I think we are 8th for real. Not Philip in front of me. There's somebody in the pits named Philippe. I can see your confusion. But this guy's already pitted, so. Yeah, Philippe there, I think he towed. You can tell if they tow, because if they tow, while they're towing, they're a dark blue color. And then once the tow is completed, they turn back into gray to indicate repairs have started. One of the things you may not recognize if you aren't paying attention. Why am I paying attention? I don't know. You had to come out of the pits so I can now safely, hopefully, not worry about them. Alright, so I do need to pit next time. You got the fuel set, you got the tires set. We'll check those again on the long straight before the pits. Brakes are a little too early there, I think. I wonder how they got this chalk on the circuit. Well, I mean, I know how people put chalk on the circuit, but how did it come up in the scans? The scans wouldn't have picked up chalk, would they? I don't think so. Would they have taken pictures of the chalk and recreated it on the track? That doesn't seem like a good use of their time, especially because the chalk is always changing. Did iRacing just put a, just make some random chalk marks, or what? Don't think about that, Spear. It's no time to think about that. Think about how Josh has made up some time here. And work on getting it back. I think I'm doing a lot better job keeping control in that section than I was last race. But like I talked about last race, this is a brand new setup for me. I didn't do any practice with this setup, and it's a lot looser than I was used to. But I'm getting a handle on it. Can't get the corner too tightly because there's a curb that sticks out into the road a bit. Alright, Josh is, continues to make up time, as does Michael. Michael now is making up much more time. If he doesn't have to pit again, I think there will be issues, perhaps. This part here, coming up this little straight bit, I always see something out of my driver's side window over there that's just kind of attracts my eye. I don't know what it is. It's just some color. But I'm never looking over there to really see what it is. I was talking about that last lap or the lap before. I wasn't sure if I finished my thought. I got things going on in my brain like that. What did I say 3 laps ago? Oh yeah, talking about it again. Finish your thought. Weird. Actually, the people I talk to always say I do stuff like that. Like, I'll just continue a conversation we had a long time ago and I'll start talking about it. And they're like, what? Because they're not, you know, once the conversation's over, you're not thinking about it. But I just pick up like it was never, no time into the laps. Which is actually pretty good when you know, because I spent a lot of time away from my hometown, away from friends and family, and I just pick up like I never missed a beat. Which works out well for that, but in normal conversation, it's a little weird. All right. Fuel is set, check. Tires set, check. First ever tire replacement pit stop in this car, check. Front. All right. I never did just 2 tires before in the fronts. I never did just fronts. That's a little weird. We'll see how long that takes. Hopefully not too long. Think about what Michael's going to do. Everybody's pitting. A lot of CCRs are pitting. The guy in front of me had already pitted. Where are we going to come out in relation to Michael is the
Don't forget to pit
question.
this lap for more fuel.
Okay, I'm on it. Don't worry about that. Ooh, something's going on in the pits there. Okay.
Box in 5, 3, 2, 1.
That's
Right
a lot
here.
of smoke there. All right, I'm up in the air. Fuel coming in rather slowly. Wow. Let me just do the Indy car stuff. We're just, it blows in. All right. Are they gonna put me down when the tires are done, or when the? Oh, Josh taking an extra lap. Josh, I think, took an extra lap last time as well. He's getting good gas mileage.
Go, Mango. Okay, road speed all the way
Michael,
down.
still 50 seconds back there. He must have had some issue. Holy mac. Okay. So Michael made up no time during my stop. Oh yeah, look at it. He's barely catching me, and I'm going at pit lane speed, so he has had a big issue. He has had a big issue there. And Zach, I think he was the one with the smoking engine that I was in front of in pit lane, so, all right. So Josh got by me, but he's got to stop next time. So I was in there like 50 seconds. Josh was about 30 behind, now 20 ahead, so it's about 50 seconds for 2 tires and fuel. And fuel was actually the slow part of that, which makes me doubly upset at the last race because I took fuel and no tires. I could have had free tires. Not even worried about time, but you know, I didn't know, Howard didn't know. These cars do not change tires. There's not a lot of endurance races in these particular cars before, so something you live and learn. I don't know what happened to Michael. If he towed, it doesn't matter. I don't have to worry about Michael anymore. Just keep our eye on Josh. Josh's got a pit, so I'm not really worried about him either. So I think we are 7th. Zach is out, and hope he won't catch me. I don't think so. I think he had major problems. I mean, he was faster. He was way up in 6th, but I don't see how he'd make up a minute and a half, already having trouble with his car before. No, I need to break that early, Spear. Alright. Rear tires looking pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, if this race was even longer, to be needing a second stop, I wouldn't change the rear tire at the next stop either. That's how good they're looking, so don't have to worry about those. Alright. And soon enough, they'll all even out. That's how good they are. Oh, this is so much nicer than the first race. First race when I didn't change tires, it went south in a hurry. As a lot of the corners I was out to sea. Man, that would have been good to get that P5 that first race. It still would have been a close fought thing. But here I thought in the first race, I thought I had saved time. Ooh, stutter. I thought I had saved time by not getting tires, but it turns out that the fuel takes longer than the tires. Wow. Because it's not like that in other GT cars. In other GT cars, you only do one thing at a time, and it's the tires that really take a long time, but not here. Woo, 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 woo. Sorry. Sound effects not necessary. Alright. Actually making up a little time on Josh now. And he'll be stopping. So definitely good. But it would be nice to see Josh finish right behind me at the end of the race. No complaint at all about that. We are, after all, in the same club. Oh, that was the guy who was in 15th. Well, at that time I mentioned his name, Miguel Angel Cardozo. I don't think I said Cardozo, I think I said Cardano, but I couldn't look. He was the guy who had problems earlier in his TCR. He may have had more problems, or he may have just said, you know, I'm driving back here in 15th place. Let me just quit. Alright, lap 8 of 13. So 5 more after this. Car's feeling good. Driver is feeling sufficient. Well, when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm going to be feeling it, I have a feeling. We've got the 24-hour Nordschleife race in 2 weeks' time. And if anything these races have taught me is I don't think I'm up for it. I mean, we'd have a team where you always share the duties, but still. Wonder how much stamina I would have for something like that. Although I did 4 hours today in this. If I was doing 4 hours, that would need a team of 6, wouldn't we? I don't think we get a team of 6. Plus, I think that race would be a little bit more difficult. Because there are a considerable number of faster cars in that race. So, you know, here, I'm really just worried about either TCRs and those few GT4s who spun off early and had to come back through. But in the 24 hours of Nordschleife, you're going to have some GT3s and other faster vehicles that will come through at a quicker rate, lap you more often, and perhaps not be as forgiving or eager to get through. Yeah, Michael, I see him there in the pits. It's unfortunate. He was he had a real chance to get by me. Well, I think he had a chance. Josh should pull off. There it goes. Yeah, I think I'm going to come out further in front of Josh than I was when I went in. So he was 7th, so I'll take his 7th. Well,
10 minutes 21.
I'll take it next. Yeah, I'll take it next time. Remember, it's always a lap behind. So the goal here is to be more than 30 seconds ahead of Josh when he comes out. Philippe! I remember talking about Philippe a long time ago. Wow, Philippe. He was in the pits for repairs because I was following some guy named Philip. And I was saying, Philippe's in the pits. Philip is still on track. Yeah, Josh is still in the pits, and so I made up time on him. But I do need to worry about Philippe. In case he's faster and wants through. Yeah, see, I've made up 15 seconds on Josh. He may have taken 4 tires. I don't know if that would be the difference in 4 tires.
As we're starting to get close to our pit stop, start thinking about your entry to pit road. We think we might be losing a little bit there.
Yeah, I'm not pitting again, dude. Josh may have taken 4 tires. That might have been the extra 15 seconds. Yeah, I think going on my experience of 1 tire changing pit stop, I'm going to make the blanket assumption that he got 4 tires instead of just 2. I'll keep an eye on Philippe if he wants through. I'll definitely let him through. I do not want to get involved in any sorts with any kind of back marker for any reason. And I've got enough of a lead where I can lift off with no worries. Of course, anything can happen. But it's precisely because anything can happen. That's why I would let a back marker go through, because I don't really want to battle with somebody who's got not much to lose. Here's Michael back up. But really, I've just got the one car. Believe me. Other than that, I'm just driving around. Which I guess is a good thing, because I do want to finish. It's a shame it lost out on that P5 last time. I'm in 7th now. If I bring home 7th, not as much fun as that P5 would have been. Top 5 would have been really nice. That was disappointing last time. A little more brakes. A little more brake. I said earlier, these cars are growing on me. The Solstice, another slow. Oh, Josh just had an accident behind. The Solstice, which I used to drive, and a slow vehicle. Always felt a little weird. Of course, that was before they put the new tire model on it, so it might be better now that they've got new tires. Uh-oh. Josh might be out. I never really particularly did too well in the Solstice. I mean, they had some really fast guys in that series. And because of the multi-class with all the faster cars, it was a real... Those races could be really full of havoc, mayhem. These lobsters are pretty nice. Well, they're fun. Okay, so Philippe is definitely gaining. Nothing behind Philippe. Hope Josh. He might not have. He might not have towed. I mean, you can tell on the screen if he towed or not. I can't tell. He may just have fallen behind the other two cars back there, because he was like 55 seconds. So if he had it off, very possibly would get passed by a couple more guys. So hopefully he's continued. Believe if you can catch up, get me on the straight. More than happy to let you go. More than happy just to tuck in behind you and Away you go. Hey, he's definitely going to get me on the straight. And I'm definitely going to let him go on the straight. I just hope it's not before the straight, because that would be concerning. I just don't want anybody on my tail right on the final corner before the straight, entering the straight. Because if I brake more than they're expecting, and you know they're on the accelerator trying to get a good launch onto the straight, and he's very close, that could lead to... Okay, so he's far enough behind. Like if I brake too much here and he brakes very little, and he's right up on me, it could cause a problem. Come on, Philippe. You can do it. Get up here. There you go. Right in the draft, man. Philippe's car looks a little battered in front.
That lap car up there.
You can rewind and look at the front of his car. It looks a little... Well, actually, that's his paint. I was going to say it looked a little silvery and bent up in the front. His paint is all silvery and stuff. But I am happy just to sit back here and relax. Yeah, Josh Toad. There he is in the pits. Sorry, Josh.
9:31.5.
9:31.5. That was what I wanted. Remember earlier I said I wanted the low 930s. 920s were out of my reach. Got that guy who just came out of the pits there, Marcus, 10 seconds ahead. Hitting this late. I don't know how that happened. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right, 4 laps. 10, 11, 12, and 13. I'm getting all these pop-ups on my screen now, so thank you for that, Windows. I run iRacing in windowed mode so I can have different overlays, tab different things, and every time the Windows update, it just starts throwing things at me. Messages from Epic, messages from whatever. thing is, they just don't go away. I mean, Epic, just go away. All right, you popped up. You don't have to stay there forever. You know, I've never bought anything from you. Tires feeling good. All right, now that is definitely unexpected. The GT4s are doing something. Who knows what? Oh, that could be pretty much every race. GT4s, what are they doing? At one time, I considered getting a GT4. People have said a lot of good things about the, I believe it's an Aston Martin that they just came out with. I was like, I think I'd rather be in the slower car of the multi-class. Less pressure. Because sometimes in the when I race, it's a single split. You know, all the cars of all the different levels of drivers. Let's say the top guys and the worst guys are in the same race. You know, there aren't enough drivers to separate people out. So say you're in the faster car, but you're going against one of the fastest iRacing drivers in the slower car. Well, it's very possible that you're going to have trouble. So, and a lot of times when I race, it's at times where there's, you know, single splits. So I would go against highly rated, highly ranked guys. So to be in the faster car then would be a tough job. Although I did beat Lando Norris. Well, I was in the higher class, but I was able to stay away from him comfortably. But some of these GT4s I see when I've been in just a couple of these races that the lead TCRs can definitely overtake them. And blending of the classes is tough. All right, so we got a GT4 behind me. I don't know if he'll catch me before the end or not. We were keeping our eye on Marcus ahead. He was 10 seconds, now it's 13, so it looks like I'll be getting Marcus unless he has an issue. But that means things are calm, comfortable. I wish I had a touch more fuel in the tank, but I should be fine. It's such a long track that when you see a decimal point that's really small, that small decimal point is multiplied by the length of the track, so you gotta take everything with a grain of salt. This car feels so much better, so much different than the first race when I didn't take tires. It's such a huge difference. Haven't seen Josh disconnect, so he's here till the end, as he was in the last race. We both crashed at the end, But he stuck it out, and he was able to get his car repaired before the end and get out and do another lap and beat me. Whereas my car, I had too much damage; it wouldn't fix it in time. I had that big long tow, and then 16 minutes of required repairs. Nope. Alright, so there's Marcus and Philippe way up there. I don't know if Philippe can catch him or not. I'll take a drink. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I think that GT4 behind me will catch me before the end of the race, but that shouldn't be a problem. It's a concern, but not a problem. We've let GT4s through before. Not foreseeing any issues. Wait, there is Philip. Now Philip is in the pits. We did the Philippe and Philip story earlier. We're up to P6. Things are happening. As it happened with me when I was 5th last time and gave everybody freebies. Things are happening to people. All right. Well, I'd love to get one more and get that 5th place back that I lost last time. I'd love it even more if there's just no scary moments from now on, and I'll take a 6 just to bring it home. Oh, that GT4 behind me has disappeared. I guess he went into the pits. So, no worries about anybody behind me, as it's Michael 55 seconds back, and Chris, who was also in front of me at one point. So it was really unfortunate for me earlier that I crashed. All these other guys are crashing and they're able to get back out, but my repairs were substantially more. That was something. That hit the wall in just the right place and destroyed my axle. I was getting no drive and no steering. I got nothing. It's like I can't even limp back to the pits. And then they gave me a big long repair. So. All right, 3 to go. This track is so much fun. Well past my bedtime. Pardon. Believe it or not, there is a mute button, but I do not have enough free hands to operate it. Just took a glance at the relative, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed that I would need to be concerned about. Didn't look at the names, just the times. Ben Summers says he's doing the third one of these. I talked about that earlier. We're skipping our truck league race in order to do another one of these. Don't know if we'll be in the same split. It's possible. It would have been more likely had I not. I lost IR in the Lotus 49. I lost IR in the earlier MOAR race. But knock on wood, gain a little bit here. Just been shedding so much IR lately. Trying to, but just, you know, cause I'm getting away from Indy cars. I'm trying to find, you know, something I really enjoy and that I'm good at. Believe it or not, I was actually good at Indy cars somehow. I think I did pretty good. Got several wins in it, so that classifies me as not the worst. Did all right. Much better on ovals than road. Much better. I mean, there's lots of real life IndyCar drivers are better on ovals than road. I mean, everybody's got their specialty, which tracks they're best at, which tracks they enjoy the most. Woo! Looking at a quick glance at the relative there. I like to look at relative on certain parts of the track. Like I talked about last time, this final corner here is one of them. I want to make sure nobody's right on me right up here. All right. 2 to go next time by. That is good because I am feeling it. My legs from these pedals. There is a lot of braking that goes on at 170 corners. Nobody's in the pits to worry about. Josh still in the pits. Hopefully he can come up another lap or 2.
31.5.
So we're actually really consistent on the 31s. I'm surprised. Wow. Not that surprised. Pretty happy about it. Wish we were able to do it all the time. We're not fitting in a couple, we are stopping the race in a couple. But technically we could pull into pit lane to pack up the car. Where do people stop after these races? You're not going to do another whole lap. I wish they would open up that part of the track where we can pull back into pit lane. Yeah, after the race, they open some gate, whatever gate they use to get the cars back to pit lane. Ah! And we get to do it. That'd be fun. Alright, looks like we're fine on fuel. As I said earlier, it looks, well, you can't see it, but it looks to me like it would be an issue, but since it's such a long track. Like 5% of Lime Rock is a corner. 5% of the Nurburgring is a kilometer. Ooh. All right. But I am happy to keep doing the same time like that. Makes me feel good. Because, you know, I don't have the blazing speed of some guys. But I just try to be consistent. I try to do what times I can do consistently. And I said I can do low 930s. And so that's what I've been doing these last few laps. It feels, oh, your pit road with 2 to go. That's not good for him. But I'm doing my times consistently. That's what I can do, and I just keep doing it. And you know, I can't do more. I don't want to do less. It makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something by doing what I can do. Do the best you can do. If you can't do better, do the best you can do. A good feeling. Give it at your best. Done. One more time through there. Alright. I've got 2 back markers. Ooh, and they're right behind Marcus. Looking at the relative, we got Marcus, car in front of me, and then 2 back markers, TCRs, right behind him. About 3 seconds behind him now. Yeah, I was wishing they were a little bit closer, but I don't think they're going to cause any trouble. I don't even think they're on the same lap. Even though they're 12th and 13th, I think the 13th is at least 1 more lap behind 12th. I don't think they're really even battling. This is an odd time for people to be connecting. Unless, of course, they were accidentally disconnected earlier. Although I don't think I saw anyone disconnect recently. Must have been not really paying attention to that. Man, my wrists are... I've got broken bones in each wrist, which they can't really... It's been years and years. They said they can't do anything about it, really. They could fuse them, they told Stutter there. They could fuse them, which would ease the pain a bit, they said, but then I couldn't bend my wrists as much. That doesn't sound like a good idea. I'm not sure why they just couldn't remove the broken bones. I don't know if that would help the pain any. But apparently it would never... It's just one of those... Some of those bones that just never repair themselves. Never... Yeah. I mean, you break a leg. Well, I mean, if you get it set back together, it'll just heal pretty much on its own. Okay, Matthew Howe, that was one of the guys in front of me. I recognized that name, so I had to look at the relative real fast. He was E13 in TCRs. But yeah, so it's like on the top. It's like right where my chin is. Oh, let me hit the mic a few more times on both wrists. So those really bark at a time like this. Foolish youth. Do things and you cause yourself permanent injury. Oh, wait a second. P4 Mick Smith is in the pits. Wait a second. You want to dream a little. Can we get by Mick Smith with 1 to go? Without being a muppet. He's still in there. Come on, say, oh, there's Zach Gould popped up on the relative. Remember him from a long time ago.
9 minutes 31.8.
Another 31. 0.8's getting a little slower. Each one's getting a little slower. 3, 5, 8, but you can give me a few tenths to be inconsistent, can't you? Yeah, come on. Last lap. Mick Smith's still in the pits. I think we got a P5 here. If I can bring it home and not cause trouble. That's gotta be killing Mick. That's what happened to me last time. That's P5. Next to last lap, I bent it. It's not fun. All right. Studied the relative there for a moment. Looking good, looking good. That GT4 is far enough away. Everything's coming up roses. It's all on me now. Keep it together. Mick has left the building. Yeah, so it's 0-6 right now, but that'll update at the end. We've got just enough fuel to have less than a tenth of a liter. And we might even be sputtering across the line. Actually, I'm wondering if I should just save a little bit just in case. Yeah. All right. Things are looking good. Everything A-okay. Nothing to be concerned about. Oh, did I say less than a tenth of a liter? Less than a tenth of a gallon. Sorry. So, big difference there. Less than half it, actually. Maybe a 20th of a gallon. Oh. So this one might not be 931. I have coasted a little bit. Oh, just a little bit. Just because the fuel is so tight. Oh, man. Well, I tell you what, I don't know how people do super long races. My eyes have been half blurry for like 3 laps now. It's like there's just like a slit that I can see that's in focus, and the rest of it is just colors. So I'm trying to keep peeled right in front of my car. Not really looking into the distance, just, you know. I got road in front of my car still? Alright. That's where it's supposed to be. And it is. Really, it's all muscle memory by now. You know where the track goes. You really don't need to. You know where to brake. You know everything. You've turned so many laps here that it's second nature. Yeah, I think I'm pretty easy through there. Michael's gone. Well, the lead CCRs have already finished. Wait a second, why don't I have a white flag? Why don't I have a white flag? What's going on? Am I supposed to have a white flag here? I don't see the pace car either. Wait a second. I think there's one more lap.
Don't forget to pit this lap for more fuel.
Well, that was unexpected.
White flag this time.
Holy! I don't understand this calculator. The fuel calculator still says I don't need to fuel.
Right here. Drive that thing off straight, looking nice.
The fuel calculator totally hosed me. Holy mackerel. Let this GT4 go. Go, dude, go. Go, 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 go.
Left side. Clear him.
What was that? The fuel calculator at no time told me I would need more fuel. Come on, dude, you were faster than me the entire time you were catching me. This fuel calculator. What the? That was disturbing. This guy's slowing me down. I'm gonna pass him. This. Jeez.
Left side, you're clear.
Wow. He was catching me the entire last lap I did. This fuel calculator, I can't believe. When I pitted, I took more than they told me to take. And it's telling me there's only 13 laps in the race. It's 14. It still says there's only 13. Had I not noticed that there was no white flag, holy! And I'm hearing something. I think I've got something playing in the background. So I'll be hearing voices on the stream. Do I have a video playing in the background somehow? I don't know. I'm just hearing voices because that freaked me out. Alright, making the extra stop is not ideal. And it's really brought Zach back into, he's made up 2 seconds so far on this lap. I don't know what kind of time Zach is doing, but he's made up 2 seconds the span of the Nurburgring. I don't think he can make up another 12 seconds the rest of the lap. I'm hoping he can. So I really don't know what to do next time. Because next time the fuel calculator is going to give me the wrong numbers again. And we're going to have issues. And that cost me a bunch of time. Okay, flustered. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, we're not pitting this time. See, that's the thing, though. They always say pit this time, stuff like that, when you don't need to pit. So I was just ignoring them. Because they always say that in the last lap. I wish that GT4 would just kind of disappear. I mean, he's not on me. I don't think he can catch me. I'm worried that he could catch me, but it seemed like I was faster than him, but I'm not pulling away. Maybe he'll slow down the other guy. I don't want him to give the other guy draft. That keeps catching. This is concerning. This is very concerning. As my fuel calculator screwed me over. Now I understand why everybody was making all those unusual stops. I wonder if this is an issue with other people's calculators. And if you haven't done one of these to the end before, that you don't know that you need the extra lap. Everything was telling me 13 lap race. No, I think that GT4 might have given Zach some draft. He certainly didn't hold him up, I think. Well, that's one way to get a burst of adrenaline at the end of a race. Find out you're a lap short. That was the guy, one of the guys in front of me, I believe. But with all these people disconnecting, I'm assuming they've already finished. Just because I had to pit, they got further and further ahead of me. Alright, one last set of corners, not to make a total sousier of it. Silk purse? Yeah, whatever the phrase is. Man, that was... That was something. I've never had that before where suddenly there's a lap left and I think I'm done and I need more fuel. That was something. Quickly plug it into the fuel numbers. Braking a little early just to make sure not to do any muppetry. Ooh, wow, that was a finish. I won't soon forget that. I tell you that. Hopefully on the next race I won't. There's still one more of these. This was number 2 of 3. Should have had a P5 in the first one.
Checker flag.
Got a P4, so that was the guy who disconnected. He was
You did a really
disconnected.
good job, and you drove really, really well today. I'm sorry that didn't pan out.
Sorry you didn't pan out. That's P4, my man. They're obviously looking at overall standings and not in my class. So yeah, that was one at the end. Zach got P5, so he'll be happy about that. But woo, P4. Okay, so that was worth the extra lap. Heck, if I got P3, I'd do another lap. Wow, I will not soon forget that extra pit stop. I hope I don't forget it. There is number 3 tomorrow. So I hope you've seen number 1 and number 2. There goes Zach. Wow. Man. That was something. Woof. Oh, so worn out. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's see the final results here. That's everybody. See, so they were just saying, oh, he finished 12, 35 to 12. Ooh, that's pretty good. But let's just check out our class, the touring car. There you go. Wow, it's 8 minutes behind the GT4s. Only 2.5 minutes behind the TCR. Oh, somebody just went a lap down. They didn't finish. Was that Nicholas or Chris? Somebody. So 5 cars on the lead lap at the end. 5 TCRs on the lead lap. That's pretty good. Oh, there's Josh, 3 laps down on him. Did he come out? I guess he came out at the end. He might have come out at the end. Yeah. I don't think I saw him in the pits. So that was it was great fun. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, check out those other videos. Woo! I'm awake now. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time. This is the Spear with iRacing. Woo!